My husband burned me and our 2 daughters alive in our home to claim $10 million in compensation from the property developer. Then married a pregnant woman. Yet I found myself reborn on the day my youngest daughter, Bella Brown, was born. The lingering sensation of suffocating in smoke still haunted me when the doctor lifted the newborn to my face. "Congratulations. It's a girl," he said, beginning to suture. I recognized him as the surgeon who'd performed my second C-section. Though I felt the tugging at my abdomen, my eyes remained fixed on the bassinet holding Bella. I'd returned to this pivotal day. In my previous life, Jason had arranged a premium postpartum nanny after we returned home from this very hospital. On the 8th day of recovery, when I could barely walk, he instructed the nanny to set our house ablaze after stealing my phone and locking us inside. He'd activated anti-theft mode on our smart lock remotely, trapping us while boarding a business trip flight with his phone powered off. By the time firefighters broke through, authorities could only notify him to collect our corpses. His theatrical wailing echoed through the neighborhood, surrounded by hundreds of funeral wreaths he displayed to seek justice. The performance earned him $10 million in compensation and inheritance from my parents' estate. I'd watched both daughters, Olivia and Bella, die in my arms before suffocating myself. 4 days. My spirit wandered our neighborhood until I heard him crowing to his mother, "The money's ours. I can marry her now, you'll hold your grandson soon." Now, exiting the delivery room, I faced the Miller family's welcoming committee. "You've suffered, darling." Jason gripped my hand, eyes theatrically red-rimmed. His mother hovered behind, simpering. "Rest assured, Alice. We'll cherish both granddaughters." "I need sleep," I murmured coldly. They escorted me to the VIP ward where I feigned exhaustion. Their whispers soon pierced the curtain. "Wasted all that money on top surgeons and private rooms, just to birth another useless girl. Patience. Mother. The other woman's pregnancy is confirmed. We'll act after discharge." Chills crawled through me. Reporting them now would only get me labeled insane. I had to outmaneuver them. 2 hours later, I awoke and dropped my bombshell during dinner: cancel the nanny. "I've booked a postpartum care center." Jason's hand jerked. "But we paid the deposit." "The center provides better services. I'll cover the costs. Our eldest, Liv, cries for you daily," he countered, exploiting my maternal weakness. I reserved a suite. "Liv can visit anytime." Stumped, he spent the night tossing on his cot. Dawn brought Lily, my stylish confidante, cooing over newborn Belle. "However questionable your marriage, these angels are perfection," she declared. Jason entered with fruits, ogling Lily's designer outfit. "Perfect timing. Lily, I bought durian, your favorite. Right?" His performative charm turned my stomach. I remembered Lily's warnings about social climbers, advice I'd foolishly ignored. The game had changed. This time, the fire starter would get burned. But Jason's obvious attempts to curry favor only earned Lily's disdain. New mothers are physically depleted and can't handle rich supplements. Plus, she needs to manage breast engorgement. "Are you trying to sabotage her recovery with this junk?" she snapped. Jason shifted awkwardly. I didn't think that through. The hospital room fell silent until I broke the tension. "All right, Lily. Don't mind him. Didn't you come to see Belle?" I gestured to the stirring infant in the bassinet. Lily's eyes lit up as she reached for the baby's tiny hand. "Why don't you have one yourself?" Jason suggested with forced cheer. "Your kids would be stunners. Taking after you." Previously I'd have mistaken this for harmless flattery. But now I recognized the naked hunger in his gaze. Lily stiffened. The vibrant fashionista who proudly called herself a confirmed bachelorette would never glance twice at someone like Jason. He retreated when met with her glacial expression. After he left, I hesitated before speaking. "Lily?" She looked up from cooing at Belle. The word stuck in my throat. How could I explain reliving my death? My parents' fatal car crash last timeline had left only Jason and Lily as my anchors. Never mind, I finally said. Sometimes I envy your carefree single life. You chose this path. She reminded me gently. What would happen to Olivia and Belle if I died? The question slipped out. Don't even joke about that. Lily made superstitious spitting gestures. I'm serious. Promise you'll protect them if anything happens. Her smile vanished. Alice, are you hiding something? I forced a laugh. Postpartum nerves. Maybe. Surviving childbirth makes you morbid. Her relief mirrored my hidden dread. Jason's murderous intent simmered beneath his concern. 5 days later at the maternity center. He insisted on staying. You're still recovering with 2 infants, let me help. Every fiber of my being recoiled. I need space to rest. His eyes narrowed. You've been different since delivery. That night, fire consumed my nightmares again, screaming through torn stitches while my daughters burned. I awoke drenched in sweat to find Jason looming over my bed. My phone in his hand. What are you doing? I shrieked. He fumbled the device. Just worried about you. His embrace felt like snake coils. We're partners. Share your burdens. I pushed him away. Leave. Now. After he left, staff confirmed no hidden cameras. My new passcode had foiled him. The locked screen showed multiple failed attempts. Olivia's soft whimpers from the next room anchored me to the present. The real battle was just beginning. That night I tossed and turned, unable to sleep. I could sense Jason's growing desperation. If that woman outside was already pregnant with medical records filed, she must be at least 2 months along, probably pressuring him constantly. I couldn't fathom how a pregnant woman could be cruel enough to plot murder against a wife and children. Though I knew my recent behavior seemed erratic. Remembering our previous life's tragedy made it impossible to play along peacefully. Yet the harder I tried pushing them away, the more they harassed us. The next morning, before I could finish my interrupted sleep, Liv's cries mixed with commotion in the living room. You crooks take money but don't do honest work. My mother-in-law's shrieking pierced through walls. Exposing newborns to cold air? Want them to catch pneumonia? You'll pay for this. The night nurse patiently explained, we're giving the baby massage therapy. Ma'am. Lies. You're smearing unknown creams on my granddaughter. And these diapers, highway robbery. Who charges $15 per pack? These meals for postpartum women portions wouldn't feed a cat. Close that window immediately. Postpartum women mustn't catch drafts. Turn off the AC too. When the nurse protested about July heat needing ventilation, the old hag demanded refunds. I want my $14,000 back. This scam deserves police involvement. Dragging my healing body to the doorway, I snapped, enough. I authorized their care methods. Both Jason and his mother whirled around. Jason moved to support me with fake concern. Alice. Mom means well. If she meant well, she'd stay away. We both know this harassment is intentional. The old woman lunged at me. Who do you think you are? We're taking our granddaughters home. That money's family property. My son decides how it's spent. As staff managers arrived to mediate, Jason's mother kept threatening lawsuits until the exhausted director relented. Ms. Brown. We'll refund fully. Please leave before other clients get disturbed. Triumphant. The Millers started packing my belongings. Panicking. I called Lily. Can we stay with you? I'll hire help and pay rent. Lily rushed over from work, glaring at Jason clutching our suitcases. After hearing the situation, she snatched my luggage. Staff will escort us. You're coming home with me. Intimidated by Lily's formidable presence, the Millers didn't dare stop us. We settled into her 3-bedroom apartment where I hired temporary help. Once settled, Lily sat by my bed. Stay as long as needed. What happened? Do they hate Belle? Through tears, I confessed, Jason's mistress is pregnant. They want sons but won't relinquish my inheritance. What? That spineless leech dares cheat? We'll sue for divorce. Who's the homewrecker? I don't know, but what I'll say next sounds insane. Please believe me. Taking deep breaths, I revealed my rebirth and previous life's horrors. Lily paled, clutching me as I described the murders. Do you trust me? I whispered. 20 years of friendship always. She vowed. Recover first. We'll strategize later. In following weeks, the Millers escalated harassment when I refused returning. Jason's mother spread vile rumors claiming I cheated. That Belle wasn't his. That I fled to hide infidelity. Their evidence? My password-protected phone. Absurd as these lies were, many believed them. Yet sheltered in Lily's home with Liv and Belle, I finally felt safe enough to heal and plan my counterattack. These past few days, my phone had been flooded with messages, but I hadn't replied to any. Finally, Jason couldn't stand my silence anymore and called. Alice, I don't know what you've been doing behind my back, but I'm done. You've always been the golden child while your family never respected me. His voice hardened over the line. I've filed for divorce. As the at-fault party, you'll leave with nothing. You think killing me didn't work, so now you're trying to steal my inheritance through legal threats? I scoffed. Dream on. My parents will clearly states everything goes to me alone: the houses, cars, company. You've just been borrowing them. Jason persisted, threatening extreme measures if I resisted, even invoking our father-daughter bond. My throat tightened imagining Liv, my 6-year-old, couldn't stay hidden forever. After strained silence, I asked, "Where are you now?" We agreed to meet at court that afternoon for mediation. Freshly recovered from postpartum, I kept this from Lily. She'd already done enough helping with the kids. If money could buy our safety, so be it. Jason only knew half my assets anyway, the other half sat in Hong Kong. $500,000 monthly deposited into Liv's secret trust account since birth. My parents had distrusted the Miller family from the start. At 2 p.m. sharp, we stood outside the courthouse. Lily's concerned texts about my absence went unanswered. I'd explain after. But as we approached the doors, Jason's phone rang. He stepped toward a tree, back turned. I edged closer behind a trash can. At court now. She's agreeing to surrender everything. Look. I couldn't act sooner with her pregnancy showing. She's simple-minded. No match for us. What? Go back? You handle it? Wait. Reincarnated? You mean she's from the future? I scrambled to my car before he turned. Our eyes met briefly, his panic mirrored mine. Only one person knew my rebirth. My hands shook imagining my girls at Lily's. Jason hurried over, inventing a work emergency to postpone. I forced a twisted smile, whatever. Speeding back. Puzzle pieces clicked. 2 years ago. My birthday party, drunk Lily staying over. Jason working late for months after. Lily's mysterious rich boyfriend stories. His awkwardness around her wasn't shyness, but collusion. Entering Lily's apartment. Liv played on her iPad while Belle napped. Where'd you go? Lily smiled, handing 3 white pills. Auntie said you missed your meds. Finish your Lokia discharge properly, or you'll need surgery. The horse pill-sized tablets matched my prescription, almost. Complaining about swallowing, I headed to the kitchen. When Liv distracted her, I swapped them for calcium tablets from the familiar cabinet. That's when I noticed the cardboard box behind the stove, 20 pounds of charcoal. The pills weren't for postpartum care. Sleeping pills plus carbon monoxide, she'd just need to send the nanny away. My staged suicide awaited. When the time comes, I can say my marriage is failing and I've been driven to depression. If she can drug me, why can't I return the favor? Holding calcium tablets and warm water. I swallow them in front of her while grimacing. You have no idea how much I hate taking pills. Such a hassle. Lily watches me gulp them down and relaxes. How else will you recover if you don't take them? I glance imperceptibly at her belly. My mouth tastes bland. I return to my room pretending to charge my phone. Retrieving 5 misoprostol tablets prescribed by my doctor. These pills promote uterine contractions to help postpartum recovery, but can easily induce miscarriages. Entering the kitchen with the medication. I open the fridge. This cream cake you bought Liv yesterday will spoil soon. Let's finish it together, no sense wasting food. I begin slicing the cake. Lily, now simply waiting for the sedatives to take effect, remains in the living room helping Liv pick cartoons. Swiftly crushing the tablets into powdered sugar substitute, both white and indistinguishable. I dust the cake slices. Perhaps due to pregnancy cravings or triumphant anticipation. Lily, normally sugar-averse, eagerly consumes half the dessert with me. We chat idly while eating, mostly cursing Jason and his mother. Her acting skills remain impeccable. After 30 minutes, I fake a yawn, sleepy. I'll nap. You need to work, right? Lily nods, go rest. I'm swamped today, might work late. Since we're out of groceries, I'll send the housekeeper shopping for dinner ingredients. You and the kids stay put, I'll tell her to hurry back. The trap springs. I smile, sure. Busy bee. Pretending to sleep. I hear Lily instruct Liv to stay put and the nanny to settle Belle in her crib before rushing the helper out for groceries. Moments later, kitchen noises resume. 5 minutes pass before Lily exits and departs, waiting several minutes to ensure she won't double back. I bolt to the kitchen, turning off gas lines. Flinging windows open. The charcoal barely glows. Still manageable. After changing Liv's shoes and gathering Belle, I contact my late parents' close friends. They agree to temporary childcare when I promise a nanny's assistance. Delivering the children. I don black attire and visit the city's sole maternity hospital. 2nd floor procedure rooms handle miscarriages. At 3 months pregnant, Lily would require dilation and curettage. Pacing past recovery rooms. I finally hear her enraged voice. What do you mean nobody's home? Imbecile. I told you to monitor them. Undoubtedly berating Jason. I don't want excuses. You ask where I am? She's obviously onto us. Handle her yourself or never see your child again. I don't care how, just get results. Approaching the nurse's station. I show our photo, my friend. I just heard about her accident. How is she? The nurse glances sympathetically, comfort her. She miscarried and got admitted. Cause? Busy. She snaps, young women miscarry for countless reasons, lifestyle. Accidents. Genetics. At 3 months? Unstable anyway. Meaning my sabotage won't be traced. Thanking her. I leave. Judging by Lily's call. She's hiding this from Jason. The Miller family covets grandsons and my money. They'd abandon murder plans if her pregnancy fails. They know 2 C-sections left me infertile. Checking into a hotel. I contemplate Jason's next move. Lily issued her ultimatum, he'll come for me. Next morning. Jason calls, drop the act. I know you're aware. Let's negotiate divorce, public place. No tricks. I just want money. I agree. The marriage needs closure. Time to face this head on. Jason had indeed arranged to meet me in the lobby of a restaurant. Though sparsely populated, the visible main road outside offered easy escape routes. When I arrived, he and his mother were already seated. I took the chair across from them, forcing a dry chuckle. Go ahead. What do you want? His mother's eyebrows shot up. But Jason stopped her with a gesture. I know I was wrong. I'm sorry, Alice. But you have to believe I never wanted things to go this far. Someone forced my hand. His mother muttered. If it weren't for my granddaughter. That scheming harlot would never. Mom. Jason glared, his protective stance toward Lily unmistakable. Apparently, her manipulations had truly captured his heart. Your family standards are impressively contradictory. I sneered. Demanding beauty, wealth, obedience, and willingness to birth children. Fail any criteria, and death becomes the solution? Drink something to calm down. Jason pushed a glass toward me with forced amiability. We should compromise. Lily mentioned your parents left you separate funds. Hiding assets during divorce isn't legal. Hand over everything we jointly own, and I'll guarantee no further trouble. You can take the child abroad. My fingers twitched with the urge to slap his sanctimonious face. I loved you once. He continued theatrically, rubbing his eyes. But feelings change. Let's release each other. I toyed with my phone. I'll consider it. Immediate agreement would have roused suspicion. His mother tugged his arm disapprovingly until he led her to another table. Calling over his shoulder. Eat while you think. We'll wait nearby. Wait? More like surveil. I studied the orange juice before me. This outdated restaurant's lack of security cameras made it ideal for poisoning, evidence easily disposed. Death plausibly framed as postpartum suicide. As my legal next of kin, he could cremate me within hours. Their hushed argument carried snippets about seizing my inheritance. Opening my messaging app. I typed to Lily, Jason proposes splitting assets equally. Claims you orchestrated everything. I powered off before her response. The explosion came instantly. Jason's phone erupted with Lily's screeching audible across the room. He scrambled outside to placate her, his mother trailing. Seizing the moment, I swapped our glasses and dumped half my drink into a potted plant. When they returned, I stood abruptly. I accept. Give me 2 days to settle affairs. Then divorce. I'll disappear overseas with the child. Jason nodded mechanically. As I left, his gaze lingered on my nearly empty glass. His mother noisily finished all remaining beverages, including their own tainted drinks, while waiters watched disdainfully. Lily's message arrived that evening, don't gloat. Gloat? I mourned. Midnight brought Jason's enraged call, you fucking bitch. How dare you poison Mom? Poison? I laughed. Recording. Elaborate. What exactly did I do to her? Silence. He couldn't admit their plot backfired. I've never purchased illegal substances. Can you say the same? The line died with his curse. No police would come, investigations would expose his own crimes. But I wasn't about to let him off. I sent Jason the hospital room number where I'd photographed Lily yesterday. Don't worry. I typed. Your mother won't be lonely. Your precious son already paved her way to the afterlife. She wanted a grandchild, right? Her wish came true 6 months early. If you don't believe me, go check this maternity hospital room right now. See if your darling Lily just had a DNC procedure. Jason didn't reply, but I knew he'd seen it. I forwarded him photos from Lily's secret social media account, shots of her clubbing, partying with crowds of men and women. You've been screwing her since 2 years ago. I wrote. But did you ever notice all the pretty boys orbiting her? Guess why she suddenly lost the baby and hid it from you? Whose child was it really? Even she can't explain. Can she? You're just her cash cow. You pathetic idiot. I threw every accusation against the wall. Truth be damned. Jason had just lost his mother, a man in that state could snap any second. I wasn't missing this show. I dragged myself out of bed, put on yesterday's disguise, and returned to the hospital. SWAT vehicles screeched into the parking lot as I arrived. Officers stormed upstairs while chaos erupted below, staff fled through corridors. Screams ricocheting off walls. People shouted about a man with a knife attacking a post-abortion patient upstairs. Soon they dragged Jason down. Eyes bloodshot and wild. Paramedics rushed a blood-soaked Lily into emergency surgery. Specialists from other hospitals converging to assist. I spotted the same nurse from before. "Can I see my friend later?" I asked. She recognized me and sighed. "Depends if she survives." Lily didn't. Before her family arrived from out of town, I claimed to be her closest friend for final goodbyes. Her tears started the moment I entered the room. She rasped about haunting her neighborhood for days. Hearing Jason gleefully tell his mother before her death, "I've got the money. We'll marry soon, you'll hold your grandson." Gasping through pain, Lily spat, "He bought you bags, jewelry, tens of thousands without blinking. I'm prettier, why couldn't I?" For 30 minutes. She oscillated between envy and hatred. Jason was trash. She sneered. But stealing what I had became her obsession, including siphoning my money through him. Parentless and drowning in debt from luxury loans. She died believing my only advantage was being born luckier. At dawn, I visited Olivia and Bella. The twins slept peacefully, foreheads touching. Their grandparents watched me with concerned eyes but asked no questions. Jason received the death penalty months later for intentional homicide, killing his mother and nearly decapitating Lily. I skipped his execution, just as he'd ignored our deaths in that previous life. I've no interest in remarrying. Raising my girls in peace is enough now. After staring down death, everything else feels trivial.